Chapter 5. The black car stopped outside the airport building and a police officer opened the door. Helen Sandberg got out and went quickly inside. Upstairs in the control room, the Chief of Airport Police, Inspector Holm, was waiting with a soldier. Helen's secretary, Michael, was there too.
"Good evening, Prime Minister," said Inspector Holm. "This is Colonel Carter, of the Special Commando Section." "Good evening, Colonel."
Helen shook hands with the soldier and looked at him. He was a thin, tough-looking man, about 40 years old, with a brown face. His hand was hard and strong. "I hope you know your job," she thought. "I may need you." She looked out of the window. There was a large plane on the tarmac about 200 meters away. All its lights were on.
"Is that the plane?" she asked. "That's it, Prime Minister."
"Right. Give me the facts. How many people are on it?" Inspector Holm answered.
108 passengers, 5 crew.
"What nationalities are they?"
"There are 29 Americans, 15 British, 2 Brazilians, 2 Indians and 1 Chinese. The others are from this country."
"I see. There are a lot of Americans and British then," said Helen quietly. "That means trouble." "Yes, Prime Minister," answered Michael. "I'm afraid their ambassadors are on their way here now." Helen smiled at him quickly. He was a good secretary. He usually knew what she was thinking. Both the American ambassador and the British ambassador were difficult people. She turned back to Inspector Holm.
"Tell me about the hijackers. What do they want?" "We don't know how many hijackers there are, Prime Minister. But they have guns, we know that. They say they are from the People's Liberation Army, and they want 3 things.
Inspector Holm paused and looked down at her. He was a very tall man, and he looked very important in his uniform. Helen didn't like him much.
"Yes, well, what 3 things?" she asked quickly. "Firstly, they say we must set free their 2 brothers from prison. You remember, Prime Minister, 2 men tried to put a bomb on a plane last year. They are in prison near here."
"I remember," Helen answered softly.